Hi, I'm Holly from Spend with Pennies, and today we are going to be cooking extra juicy baked pork chops. So for these pork chops, we're going to be using boneless center cut loin chops. These are very lean and they're boneless chops. You want about 4 to 5 pork chops. So you'll want to take all of your brine ingredients and put them in a saucepan, and then you're going to bring them to a boil. This will help everything dissolve better. Once your brine has boiled, you'll remove it from the heat and you want to cool it completely. If you need to cool it a little bit quicker, just throw in a few ice cubes. So adding a brine to the chops makes them extra tender and adds lots of flavor. You'll want to make sure the brine is completely cooled before you pour it over the chops. So if you've skipped the brine for this recipe, you'll want to add about 1 teaspoon of kosher salt to the rub. If you've brined the chops, there's lots of nice salty flavor from the brine already. So while the chops are in the fridge and they're sitting in that brine, you can mix together the ingredients for the rub. You're going to add a little bit of brown sugar and some seasonings, garlic powder, mustard powder, and a little bit of paprika. The chop may have a fat cap. You want to cut a few slits into it, and this keeps the chop from curling up as it cooks. Place the chops on a baking sheet. I like to line it with foil for easy cleanup, and add the rub to the chops and really massage it into the meat. So now these chops are brined and we've added the seasoning rub. We're going to pop them in a 400-degree oven for about 16 minutes, and then we're going to broil them for a minute or two. You want to make sure you remove them from the oven when they hit 140 degrees. So these have just come out of the oven. They've rested a few minutes. They're tender, they're juicy, they're delicious. They're the perfect pork chops. For this recipe and more, visit spendwithpennies.com.